his agent said he Mike would like to write a kid's book for your imprint. So we had breakfast and we started talking, and I said, yeah, if you want to do a baseball book, sure, but I didn't really want to do, I said, there's so many, and we started talking, and he started talking about how his wife and his kids, they do equestrian stuff. I said, that I could be interested in, and then we said, let's do it as an adult novel. So that's how that one, or Mike and I, that relationship started that way. I don't know,
So you don't actually seek them out?
Well, I did. When I did the short ones, the novellas, and all of a sudden I had to do, I don't know what it was, some 48 novellas in a year. And I did a batch of them myself, but I needed, obviously, help. And what I did was, I'm sort of like a problem solver. So there's a series of books, best like mystery short stories of the year. And I went to that and I just started going through and I said, who can write scenes? Because that's what I wanted. Because I would have outlines and I wanted somebody that could write good scenes. And then I would just call up on the phone. I called Brendan Dubois. He's up in New Hampshire. I said, hi, this is James Paterson. He hung up on me. And I said, okay, let's try that again. I said, no, for real, I'm not kidding. He said, I have a reason why I'm calling Brendan. And then since then, including Blowback, we did together. So in that case, I went out looking for people and found a few that I continued to write with. Brendan being probably the star of the group. Don't tell him that.
Welcome to Morristown. And what is your work ethic? What's your day like?
It's sick.
Right, yeah. How much are you writing?
No, well, as I say, it's not a work ethic, it's a play ethic. And I write every day. I wrote, I got up around 5:30. I wrote this morning, New York Hotel. Then we went out to breakfast with my agent and Rita Braver, who's his wife. And after about an hour and a half, I said, I gotta go now. And I went back to the room and wrote some more. We'll get on a plane at the end of this thing, and in addition to hugs from my wife, I'll write some more. I'm working on an outline. There's another collaboration coming up that's great. I can't reveal it. And I'm writing an outline for that book. So, whatever. It's not Pope. It's not Pope Francis. But, I don't know if I learned a lesson about media stuff. Like if they, not that I didn't like your question, sir, but one of the tricks, like if you're on television, they ask you some question you don't like, you say, "That's a great question. It reminds me of something else."
Yeah.
And if they're really tough, they'll come back to you after you do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do the left, right.
My mom probably has a whole library of just all your books, and I'm sure she's probably mad that I'm here. But my question to you is, of all the books that you have written, which one did you enjoy writing the most, would you say?
I don't think I have an answer to that. I mean, there's certain things that I like that I've done. I like creating Alex Cross, some of the kids' books. That's a real treat because you can do some good with them. Actually, there's a series, if I've done anything important, I have this series of nonfiction, Walking My Combat Boots, ER Nurses. We have one coming out with librarians and booksellers, which is weird, but and then Cops, which is coming in February. It's called Walk the Blue Line. And what I love about those books is, for example, starting with Combat Boots, I wrote it with Matt Eversman. Matt Eversman was the actual sergeant who was portrayed in Black Hawk Down. And I know Matt, and Matt can get combat people to talk about it. And our mission when we did the book was, and what would happen, Matt did the interviews, they'd be 40 or 50 pages, and then I would turn them into these 5-6 page. So it's very readable. You quickly get a feeling for that soldier, and then you get a story or two. And our mission was that if you've been in combat, you would say Eversman and Paterson got it right. And if you're one of these people that thinks they know everything about everything, you'd go, I had no idea about the military. I was just kidding myself. With ER Nurses, same thing. Oh, we love nurses. Yeah, read this. because you have no idea what ER nurses do. Most people don't. Even if you're married to one, because they won't talk about it, you know. But it's just stunning. And then the cops thing, same thing. It's, you know, most of them want change. None of them want to shoot people in the back. I mean, and it's unbelievably dangerous. And we have to stop going, well, it's their job. No, as a community, as a nation, we have to go, this is a really, really tough, dangerous job. And we have to figure out how to do it, how to train people better, but also realize how dangerous it is and how difficult. And I've gone out on, you know, with cops half a dozen times, and it's 2 in the morning, and there's a domestic dispute, and half the people in the town own handguns, and you're going up this staircase, and it's like, that's freaky. That's freaky, and shit will happen. And not that you approve of it, but it's hard. And we just have to understand, rather than just going, oh, well, you know, it's their job. Well, you'll have nobody if you're going to have that attitude. It's very difficult. And it's not a pro-cop book. It's a pro-understanding book. And same thing with military and then booksellers. But people don't understand what people sacrifice to be booksellers or to work in libraries. And actually how funny these people, a lot of them are. They're really, the librarians are really, I know they're weird. They don't seem like it, but they're really funny. But anyway, yes ma'am.
Hello, Mr. Paterson, how are you?
Hi.
So I just wanted to tell you that my father passed away recently, and he was a huge fan.
Okay.
And he introduced me to your books when we were in high school, when
Yeah.
I was in high school. And so I had received a lot of his books that he had of yours when he passed. And I want to thank you for writing, because our relationship
I get it, yeah.
will live on through you know, your books.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's great.
and excuse me, but one of the things that he had taught me was you'll never know the answer to a question unless you ask it. So, in honor of him, I wanted to ask you, may I please shake your hand?
If what?
May I please shake your hand?
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely. We're not going to make a habit of this. Oh, that's very hard. It's very hard to, you know, if you do that and you get up in front of it, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I'm talking about my dad or whatever. It's tough stuff. What side was that? Go there, okay. Where would you? You're smart, you got the short line. Smart.
Now I'm jealous. She got a hug. But I have to tell you, I am thankful that I had books in my house during COVID when I was, and we all were, so in our homes that we couldn't move. And I read your books, and I'm still reading your books. But I love Alex Cross.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And now, she's got 90 and still going?
Yeah, no, and I've been warned. Nana must never die, and the cat must never die.
Well, I thank you for that, because I'm 90.
Okay, good for you. Yeah, I'm 94.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. You know, I'm friends with Michael Connolly, and Michael made a huge mistake because, and I learned the secret from McDonald, the Travis McGee guy, where he always wanted Travis to be this, you know, so the next book would be a year later, but it would only be a week later in Travis McGee's life. So I learned that. So Alex is not, you know,
95.
not that old, you know, but Bosch is like ancient now because every year he would age him and, you know, he would go, that's so stupid. I told Michael, I said, that's so dumb. I just read the new one and Bosch is like practically got a walker. Nothing against walkers, but, you know, it's not credible as a detective or whatever. Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Paterson.
Hi.
Do you have any ideas or suggestions or advice for how to, I guess, gel with an agent when you're still in the process of looking for one?
I didn't quite hear that. What was it?
Because I'm working on a project where I have a book,
Yeah.
And it is available to the public, but I am trying to market it to agents. Do you have any suggestions or ideas?
You know, I haven't done that in so long. It comes up as a question. I should have a better answer, but I don't. I think the best thing you can do is a very tight query letter, really tight. Make sure the first, you know, and look, what's it all about? What's in it for them? What's in it for them is they think they can sell it. So sell it to them and make it easy, because that's what they want. They want to, wow, this is so, yeah. Okay, cool. Is that like a plan? Okay, it's 3 or 4. So the letter is really important. And, you know, if there's one chapter that really you think will turn everybody, that's useful to put that in there too, maybe. And you go to the library, I don't know how you find, you know, but there are books, and there is I can't remember what it's called.
You gotta find an agent, probably. The one thing you can do too is, if there are books that you like and you think you'll like your book, see who the agent is.
Yeah.
Because that's the agent that will be interested in your book.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good one. Go do that.
Yeah, good, yeah. Okay, good luck.
Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, wow, I don't know.
That's weird. Howie, yeah. Oh.
I lost somebody's time zone.
Where are we?
Mr. Paterson, thank you very much for joining us in Morristown. My question is in regards to the books being transitioned into movies. How do you influence what goes into the movie? Because obviously everything in the book can't go into the movie.
Not much. Not much.
Do you help prioritize that at all? And I have a second question to follow up to that.
Yeah, no, you know, the movies, they go their own way. It's a weird environment. I remember being on the shoot for Kiss the Girls. They shot it down in North Carolina. And I soon found out that within reason, the usefulness of the novelist is lost on everybody. They have more respect, not respect, but they know why the caterer's there. They don't know why the novelist came, you know. So you can't, a little bit more now, and with Dolly it's easier, because if both of us have the same point of view, they'll usually, in fact it wouldn't matter if I was around, they'll listen to Dolly. So I just tag on to Dolly. But mostly, I remember them asking, it was Along Came a Spider, I guess, and they said, how do you pronounce Gary, S-O-N-E-J-I? And I said, Soniji. So of course in the movie, it's Sonji. Whatever.
So as a follow-up to that, since they do things differently, does that ever influence you in terms of evolving characters like an Alex Cross? Do you ever sort of the way that it's portrayed?
Am I thinking about the movies? No.
No? Okay.
Sometimes I'll look at a book and I go, I think it should be a movie.
Right.
And they'll go, no.
You say true.
We don't.
You say true. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for welcome to Morristown. Thank you for
Thanks.
speaking.
I used to come out here when I was in advertising. Is it Warner Lambert's out here somewhere, aren't they?
That's some
Yeah. AT&T.
Yes.
Are they still here?
They're
In the area? Yeah.
somewhere.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
No, great, wonderful. I loved it.
So I have actually a very lightweight question, but I'm not embarrassed if you're
Well,
not.
I'm a lightweight guy, so.
There you go. My favorite character series is Maximum Ride. I know, not age appropriate, but hey. I have always been curious as to why the first book in that series is named after a secondary character. The Angel Experiment is not named after Max Ride, and I always was curious why.
Well, it'd be cool. What I was thinking about was the wings. And the fact that, and Maximum Ride is about these kids who've been experimented on in a lab, and then they all have wings. So that was the connection to Angel.
Very cool series, by the way, anybody who hasn't read it.
And there is an angel that shows up eventually, but yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I think this is just, this is going to be the last question.
Okay.
One more? Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Paterson.
Hi.
I'm a librarian, so I love you and hate you, and not because you said that.
Thank you very much. And I have another word for the other half of you.
Okay, well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you when you're talking about stories and getting kids to read, because especially for the YA kids, you know, I always recommend that they read a James Paterson book. If somebody comes in and says, oh, my son doesn't like to read, I say, oh, well, have you tried the James Paterson books? I'm reading your Diana book now, which is so charming. I love it. Yeah, but the other reason I'm saying that is, which leads to my question is, do you know how many shelves in libraries are dedicated to James Paterson?
I don't.
So I think you should have
I know that I'm very popular in prisons. And that's another one that I have mixed feelings about. Most popular, I told them, well, put that on the cover of the paperback. Most popular in Sing Sing.
I think you should have a foundation, Shelves for Paterson. We are running out of shelving space for you.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, sorry about that.
So it leads to my question.
Build them a bigger library out here. Some of the libraries around the country are so enormous, it's unbelievable. I swear to God, some of the, because I go to a bunch of them, and sometimes, the way in is this big. You're like, what? How did you build this out wherever the hell this is? I don't even know where I am. Now I know where this is. But I mean, this is a lot, and you go like, wow. So they put the shelves in here.
Yeah, we're hoping to be.
Yeah. No, I get the problem.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
I was
It's
just
a great,
gonna
it's a
ask.
wonderful thing.
Yeah, I think you answered already. I was going to ask if you ever go into libraries, and are you amazed at all the books you've written, and are you going to keep on going, which we hope so.
I'm vaguely aware of the books that I've written. I mentioned, you know, I have this book coming out. It's librarians and booksellers. I think it's called Walk. I think it's going to. I'm not decided yet, but Walk Among My Beautiful Books. I think. We'll see. Yeah, but you know, thank you. Sorry about the shelves. Yeah. I'm not sorry. Oh, no, I'm really sorry. I'm a tear. Oh my God.
How did you make out in the hurricane?
How did you make out with hurricane in Florida?
Oh, thanks for asking. We're on the Atlantic side, so we were fine. We were very lucky. One of my sisters was in Bradenton on the west. She came over and stayed with us, and she was very lucky because originally it was supposed to come up around Bradenton, and tragic for Fort Myers, it hit a little lower. So my sister, you didn't ask about her, but she's fine too. Thank you so much. I think
I just want to also give a little kudos. This man has donated over $100 million to literacy causes.
And that's just here in Morristown.
That ends the 9th Annual Festival of Books.
Morristown.